Good morning, lads and lassies, or lack of lassies. I'm on my own today. There's one very good reason for that. Is she's sick of me and she's finally run off. No, that's not the reason. Roach Emmets, our local club that we sponsor in JJ Sheehy's pub, won the championship yesterday, and to say that they're on a bit of a binge for the next few days, I think would be an understatement. So they asked us, would we open the pub? We don't normally open the pub on Mondays. They asked us, would we open? Katie duly obliged and is out there elbow deep in drunkards, testosterone, Guinness and championship winning trophies. So hello Katie, how are you? Does mean that I'm on my own and I've got instructions that I'm not allowed to swear, say anything, and Sinead has to make scowly faces at me if I get too out of line. But I should be alright. We had our charity auction ending last Sunday night. I want to say a massive thank you to everybody that participated, bid on, and ultimately won a bottle in our auction. It's a great success. We haven't got the exact total yet. We're actually still waiting on some bills to come in, but we reckon we've exceeded €50,000 for the chosen charities, which were 5 chosen charities. So I think it's a round of applause to everybody on that. We are still waiting on the cologne to come in. There was a slight issue with the corks and that, but Brendan has it all under control as per normal, and they should be with us later on this week or early next week, and we'll get them shipped to you straight away. So we go live this week with Friday the 13th. I don't know whose bright idea was to start an auction on Friday the 13th, but probably mine, because I'm not the sharpest knife in the kitchen. But we are going live. It is our Halloween auction. Friday the 13th seemed a very appropriate day to start a Halloween auction, but we're kicking off. So it is literally the auction where spirits will move, because we'll be selling them. Do you get it? Up there for dancing. Anyhow, today we're talking about Hennessy. I don't know if you've seen, there was a recent article in one of the local newspapers about this exact bottle here. This bottle of Hennessy Brass Arm or Bra Arm from Cognac itself, from the Cognac region. So this is a very special bottle of Cognac. This is a gift to Tom O'Connor. Tom O'Connor, isn't it, Sinead? Yeah. His father was fought in the World War II and was in France. And as a thank you from the French government, a lot of the Allied forces were given a bottle of Cognac, and this is the exact one. It is vente interdit dans la commerce, so that's reselling is prohibited. So it means that this bottle actually wasn't for sale, and it says Arm Allies. So this was the one that was given to the Allies. So it was given to his father, and it's been passed down to him, and he just wants to see it go to a good home. A very unique piece of history, a very unique bottle of Cognac, and like as I say, it has got all the, we've authenticated it. Somebody checked it out, wasn't me, to make sure that it's all correct and in order, and it is. But strangely enough, this month we've got a mad selection of Cognac that come in, and there's a bit of everything in it. Coming from the bottle of Larsen, Le Cognac de Vikings, in the shape of a longboat, no less. Who would have thought that the Vikings would be mad for the old Cognac? So that's that one, Sinead. I'll pull that down. It's actually good detail on it, and it says Larsen Cognac France on the bottom, and the flag and the whole lot, and it comes in its outer presentation box. This one, Maison Gauthier Cognac 10th generation. So this is one of the local cognac houses in France. So again, the whole idea of Cognac is that it's got its geographical indicator, that it's protected. So it comes from Cognac in France. You can't call it Cognac unless it comes from Cognac. It can be called brandy or whatever the case may be, or Armagnac or whatever the distilled grape spirits are. But I think that's a nice one as well. Remy Martin. Remy Martin do some fantastic things. I mean, here beside this, we've got the Remy Martin XO Premier Cru. That's the Grand Champagne. So that's their sort of elite one that they would be bottling. The thing about cognacs is that the eau de vie within there, some of them can be up to 100 years old. So it really is a fantastic aged profile in a lot of them. The VSOP and VS and all that sort of stuff have different age designations. But, you know, they really are, like the colour of that one there compared to the extra, the Remy Martin Cognac Extra. Look how dark that is. And as I say, you'd probably find that some of the eau de vie that's in that could be well old, up to, 100 years old. This one's a gorgeous presentation of the Remy Martin Extra. Quite thin bottle on it as well. But again, it's got that lovely capsule on the top. And the presentation box is all there. Has a bit of damp inside. It obviously wasn't stored in a totally dry, humid area. But again, its box and all that is still there. On the bottom is the daddy of all presentations. And I think it's the only way to describe it. I won't slide the box out, if you'll forgive me, Sinead. But I mean, I'll close it up so you can see. So this is what's called a Louis 13th by Remy Martin. So you've got the little slide, you press the button, and the two sides slide open like that there. And it's got the Baccarat crystal decanter inside. These empty crystal decanters on their own can go for a significant sum of money. But also the attention to detail. I mean, there's the stopper that you can use when you've opened the bottle, and the stopper comes with it, and it's got the motif of Remy Martin itself, and as it's a crystal stopper. It's just a gorgeous. That's all leather. It's got the little booklet inside, and it's molded inside, and again, that's all lined with leather on the inside. But I just think it's a gorgeous presentation. The wood surfacing on the end, and it's in the ladle, and that here is the outer box that goes with it. I mean, it's like a fine handbag with the small little leather handle on top. Not that I'd know about handbags. Katie's not here to tell me about them. But I just think that is a gorgeous presentation. So again, this month we have a huge amount of cognac. Starting off with this one, ultimately, that has what I can only say is a fantastic story to go along with it. A bottle of cognac from World War II that was given to the Allied forces as they were leaving France as a thank you for liberating them, liberating France. Around cognac, there was a huge, I remember hearing or reading this before, there was a huge resistance. The resistance. Around cognac, there was a huge resistance there. So a lot of the cognac houses as well were raided. As you can imagine, the Germans helped themselves to a lot of the fine eau de vie that was there. But a lot of it survived. And again, Hennessy was one of the names that survived and profited nearly from the World War II. That's it. As I say, we're busy this week. We are very busy, under a bit of pressure. As you can see, the bottles are racked everywhere at the minute. The lads are starting to put them in numerical order so we can get the auction going. But that'll all come together during the week, and hopefully Katie will be back to chaperone me, mind me, and help me, I think is the thing. That's it. We'll talk to you tomorrow, lads. Cheers. Bye-bye.